11th of December. The first phase, covering 14 governorates, was conducted abroad on 7th and 8th of November and domestically on 10th and 11th of November.
And to shed more light on this topic, I'm so delighted to be accompanied over the phone by Dr. Mokhtar Darwish, the Professor of International Relations. Good evening, Doctor.
Yeah, good evening.
Well, Doctor, starting off with, how do you see the turnout of the Egyptians abroad compared to the previous phase?
I see them, the Egyptian abroad is very caring about the vote, and they know that it's very much important to make the change and to make the new Egypt, and they believe that the vote is very important to make the change and make a history keeping continue to the future, dedicated to the vote, dedicated to be make the change, to select and select the right peoples for dedicated to the vote.
Well, what about the main logistical arrangements that been provided to ensure for the Egyptians abroad a smooth contribution in these elections?
I see that most of the embassy abroad is taking care about logistics and manage to easier these facilities to Egyptians to using and going to do them vote to select whatever from the interest to the exit of any embassy abroad of Egypt, and I believe that there is a very important message clear from Association of Voting and dedicated to also all the ambassadors abroad, managed with Dr. Abdelati, the Minister of Foreigners, and I believe it's shown up how is the manage, how is the access and interest to our embassy uploading dedicated to this things.
So there were any notable challenges reported at the embassies or the consulate that were running also the elections abroad?
I believe it's still now it's keeping continue for the right track, and most of the things is very caring, dedicated. And I believe there is a very caring about using technology and techniques and open 24 hours communications between our ambassadors and the association here of voting. I believe it's very much well done management, and there is also a very important emergency under controlling and dedicated if anything could be happening, but till this moment the thing is going in the right track, and I believe we don't found any updating dedicated to that, and the Egyptians is going and daily increasing for the third day dedicated to that vote.
And how was the participation of youth and the first-time voters of Egyptians abroad?
I believe in them very caring about them votes, especially if as you mentioned, it's the youth or the first-time people dedicated from the youth, dedicated to underage of all being done the ID more than 15 years and go on, and they believe that them had very good rights and facilities to changing and selecting the right peoples, and them I believe it's making so much them happy that they have a chance to change, a chance to dedicate, to select, a chance to make the opportunities, to make the futures, a new Egypt. And I believe there are several youths that have been hiring to that vote to be in, to selecting from the youth peoples, and the first people try to selecting. I believe it's a very good chance to achieve that, inshallah.
And how did digital platforms and outreach campaign play in informing expatriates about voting process?
I believe it's very important to use several platforms and the media and uploading. It's making the the whole thing is now because it's very easier. Everybody approved using his phone to be informing any updating related to that vote, relating to selecting people, whatever from the list of hours of the list. It's very easier now to go on to know any updating dedicated for association of votes or others. It's now the future, dedicating platforms and media, dedicating or passing any message using that platforms and using this using the media.
So what about the geographic distribution of voters abroad reflect an overall turnout and engagement in this process?
I believe that most of the government as a one man he dedicated in understanding and pushing these things to be achievement, and dedicated to the action which is taken from our President Fattah al-Sisi, that he makes the future dedicated to everyone and Egyptians to select the right peoples to have the new future for coming 5 years. And what's the action that they dedicated from Egyptian votes that to change to make other vote for 19 of that part. I believe it's the government and the president want good voting, good Egyptian representative in under the castle, to have a good people's, which is to present Egyptian culture for different culture uploading. And I believe it's the futures, but the people had to try to select right, to know them right, to select, to know them, taking the right peoples and the right peoples who have a good planning for this coming 5 years. I believe it could be make the difference and make the change for what all we were looking about it from this representative to be under the castle, inshallah.
So what about the feedback that the National Election Authority did receive from all of the observers stationed abroad?
I believe the national voting is doing a very good hard effort uploading to finalize and fixing any troubles that's happening, any missing communications, anything. They are working very hard, dedicated to under pressures and under controlling this voting from in to out. And I believe them want the right people, and as the representative of that union is mentioned, that we are a part of Egyptian, we want the Egyptian to select, to do them right, to do them the right election, to select the right peoples, and we're wishing to have very good features, very good coming future-wise, making history features for Egyptians.
Well, Dr. Mokhtar Darwish, the Professor of International Relations, I would like to thank you so much for your informative call. Well, moving to another topic, where the Monetary Policy Committee of the Central Bank of Egypt kept all key interest rates unchanged and its meeting Thursday, maintaining the overnight deposit rate at 21.0%, the overnight lending rate at 22.0%, and the main